Welcome to episode 70 of the 5-Minute Investor, the podcast where we break down stocks at the heart of stories shaping your investing week. I'm Jonathan Brown. Trevor Abbas is off this week, so in 5 minutes or less, I'll bring you stocks, headlines, and reasons investors should care. As wildfires spread across Canada, the economic and human costs of climate-related disasters are once again front and center. For investors, these events are a reminder that understanding and predicting natural disasters has become a major business opportunity. Today, we're looking at 3 companies that are using artificial intelligence, data analytics, and advanced monitoring technologies to help governments, insurers, and businesses better understand environmental risks. Let's start with the smallest and most speculative of the group. Aisix Solutions trades on the TSXV Venture Exchange under the ticker AISX. They're a Canadian climate intelligence company focused primarily on wildfire risk. The company's mission is relatively straightforward. It uses artificial intelligence, predictive analytics, and climate data to model wildfire risks and help organizations understand their exposure to future events. Its customers include insurance companies, government agencies, and businesses that need better information when making decisions about risk and resilience. The investment thesis is appealing. As wildfires become more frequent and more destructive, demand for accurate wildfire forecasting and risk assessment tools could continue to grow. However, investors need to know and understand that Aisix is very much a speculative microcap stock. The company is still in the early stages of commercial growth, and like many young technology firms, execution remains high. While Aisix has announced contracts, pilot programs, and partnerships, the key question remains whether it can convert those opportunities into recurring and meaningful revenue growth. From a stock performance perspective, shares are up about 30% since the start of the year, but they're down just as much compared to this time last year. For aggressive investors, Aisix offers significant potential upside, but is certainly not a low-risk investment. Now let's move on to a much larger and more established player. Verisk Analytics, trading on the NASDAQ under the ticker VRSK, is widely considered the leader in insurance data and catastrophe modeling. If Aisix is trying to build a business around climate intelligence, Verisk already has one. The company provides critical data and analytical tools used by insurance companies around the world. Its platforms help insurers model the potential impacts of hurricanes, floods, wildfires, and other major disasters before they occur. This is a highly profitable business with deep relationships throughout the insurance industry. In many respects, Verisk has become essential infrastructure for risk management. Now, the stock has had a somewhat challenging year, down around 10% since January and roughly 33% versus a year ago. However, shares have rebounded recently and are up approximately 12% over the past 3 months. For investors, Verisk represents a very different proposition from Aisix. This is not a speculative story, it's an established compounder with proven business models, recurring revenue, and a strong competitive position. The upside may be less dramatic, but so is the risk. Finally, let's talk about Planet Labs, ticker PL on the New York Stock Exchange. Planet Labs operates one of the largest fleets of Earth observation satellites in the world. Every day, those satellites capture imagery and data from across the globe, creating a massive stream of information that can be analyzed using artificial intelligence. The company's technology has applications ranging from agriculture and infrastructure monitoring to environmental assessment and disaster tracking. When wildfires break out, floods occur, or drought conditions develop, Planet's imagery and analytics can provide valuable insights to governments, corporations, and emergency managers. Unlike Aisix, Planet is substantially larger and much better funded. That doesn't mean it's free risk, however. The company is still considered an early-stage growth story and has not yet achieved consistent profitability. That said, investors have clearly been excited about its progress. Shares are up roughly 16% so far this year and an impressive 230% over the past 12 months. Planet Labs sits somewhere between the other 2 stocks we've discussed today. It's riskier than an established company like Verisk, but generally less speculative than a microcap like Aisix. The takeaway: climate-related disasters are not going away. Many experts expect them to become more frequent, more costly, and more complex. Companies that can use AI, predictive modeling, and advanced data collection to help organizations understand those risks could find themselves operating in a rapidly growing market. As always, you can find more on the stocks from today's episode in the show notes and more investing insights on stockhouse.com. And you can find the 5-Minute Investor on Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Stockhouse, or wherever finer podcasts are found. This podcast is produced in partnership with Aisix Solutions and Verisk Analytics, as well as Planet Labs, and is intended for informational purposes only. For full disclaimer information, visit themarketonline.ca/disclaimer.